3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another edition of, I'm not sure what we're calling this yet.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. We've got a few questions. First of all, we're at Paddy's Sportsbook Bar
In the
Casino
Hippodrome Casino.
thing.
Really nice place.
And I wanted to see. So, firstly, we're now 2 weeks in. We're in the last match day of the group stages.
Yeah, last third and final matches for each team. So everyone's played twice now.
Has anything changed, in your opinion, of how the tournament is moving forward now?
What, in terms of from last
Last week?
Well, not in terms of who I think is going to win it.
You still think Spain?
I still think Spain are going to win it. I said Spain even after they had their 0-0 draw, and then they followed that up with a 4-0 win.
Yeah.
I still think they're going to win it. I still think that all the suspected teams like France, England, Argentina, they all look good. But the main difference for me is I called out a dark horse, which was Ecuador.
Yeah.
They have not scored a single goal yet, and I think tonight they're playing Germany, and that could be it for them. Yeah. So they're no longer a dark horse, unless if they spring a surprise today.
We've seen, as you said, Spain beat Saudi 4-0. Japan beat Tunisia 4-0. Holland beat Sweden 5-1. Canada beat Qatar 6-0. Like high-scoring games.
Yeah.
Not necessarily against bad opposition. Do you think there's anything behind that, or is it just teams have upped their game now?
I would argue that it is bad opposition, to be honest with you. Like
even Sweden against Holland.
Well, no, I think that was
Sweden won their first
yeah,
game
no,
5-1.
that was a fair result in terms of two good teams going at it with each other, and the Netherlands doing well. But for the other ones, there were teams in there that would not have made it into the World Cup,
Yeah.
which is why when you asked me the question last time about am I happy with the extended version, this was the reason why. You've got teams winning 6 or 7-0. I reckon if we look at how many goals have been scored at this stage, it'll be more than any other World Cup.
And that brings me to my next point, which is the goal-scoring record of Messi breaking it, because
it's inevitable.
And because they're playing more games.
Correct. So
They're
not
playing
only
more
has
games.
Messi broken it, but now Mbappe will break that.
Exactly. The fact that they're playing more games means that they have to break the record.
Correct.
And when you see, like, in the top 10, I was looking at Just Fontaine, who was initially the record holder with 13 goals back in the day. He only played 6 World Cup games.
And scored
13.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then, I think I put this as a note somewhere, but you look at Gerd Müller, who's fifth with 13 goals. He played in 14 games across two World Cups.
Okay.
And then you look at it as well with Klose and R9 as well.
Yeah.
They also played a lot less games.
What's Messi's, do you know?
Messi is currently on 18 goals in 28 World Cup games. I mean, his longevity is amazing because he's played 28 World Cup games. And Mbappe is on 16 and 16.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that is impressive.
That's very impressive. So, yeah, just wanted to see your thoughts on the...
It's the same as what I thought before. I don't like the extended version. There's too many teams there that would not have made it otherwise. And considering it's a World Cup, you want to play against the best, There are teams who are finishing with, 2 or 3 points and still able to qualify for the next round, which shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, and speaking of that sort of thing, I've noticed something, and I called it out from the very beginning when we were speaking on outside this random thing. There are lots of teams, and we see this both when we go to lower league football and when we watch lower league football. There's a lot of teams that are playing out from the back. And you look at it, and Scotland last night was a great example of this.
Yeah.
And I feel that when teams are playing out from the back and they're not of a high quality, they get punished very easily.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's now outdated. Like,
yeah.
I know what you're going to say about Pep and stuff, but I want to see what you think about it.
I think only a small matter of teams have the ability to play that. If we're calling it the Pep style, then call it the Pep style.
I don't think it's a Pep style. That's the thing. He did it for one season, and then everyone followed him.
Everyone followed him. Yeah, in the Premier League. I mean, when he started it. Yeah. We'll call it the Pep style. I mean, he introduced it, and a lot of people liked it. But the reality is, only a small amount of teams have the ability to play out from the back. You know, I mean, even if you look at goalkeepers 15 years ago, they would have never had the ability to play out from the back. They weren't groomed that way. So it's changing. I'm not a fan of it. Too many mistakes.
Yeah. And speaking of goalkeepers, it feels like this is the World Cup of underdog goalkeepers in the sense that
That's true. Yeah.
many of them have stood out. Like we mentioned the Cape Verde goalkeeper. Forget the influencer stuff of getting followers or everything, but the Cape Verde goalkeeper has looked very good, age 40. The Curacao goalkeeper.
Was he the one who broke the record?
He got so the record is Tim Howard with 16 saves in a game. He came second with 15 saves in a game, and they drew 0-0.
I'm pretty sure his was in 90 minutes.
Yeah,
I think Tim Howard's was in extra time, so I think he may have broken the record with 15.
And there was also the Iranian goalkeeper. I don't want to butcher his name, but Ali Reza Beyranvan, who's also 33, and so all of them. So he's 33. Eloy Room, the Curacao keeper, is 37. Vozinha, the goalkeeper of Cape Verde, is 40. Yesterday, Ochoa played in his 6th World Cup.
Wow.
So, like, you're just seeing, like, it's nice to see goalkeepers get
recognition.
for once. You know?
Yeah. Agreed.
Do you feel there are any goalkeepers that in the past are, like, iconic for you at the World Cup? I know who you're thinking of.
Go on.
Jorge Campos, Mexico.
Correct. That's the minute you asked the question, that's the one that came to my head straight away. The Mexican goalkeeper, because he was really short.
Yeah. He wore oversized.
Yeah, he seemed to fly all around the pitch in terms of how he saved things. He's the one that sticks in my mind. I'm sure there were a lot more better ones, but he's the one that sticks in my mind.
I always think of, like, in every World Cup, it feels like there's a standout goalkeeper in some way.
Yeah.
Whether it's something like that. Like in '98, everyone remembers Barthez because Laurent Blanc used to kiss his head.
Yeah.
In 2002, it was Oliver Kahn till the final.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't concede a goal for Germany. In 2006, it was Buffon who was incredible. And, you know, it keeps going on. And I feel like now it's the first time we're just seeing a bunch of goalkeepers.
Yeah, this time you can. There's a handful of them that are standing out, and all of them with smaller like teams. You know.
Another thing I wanted to bring up was a few days ago, you know, what's his name? Almiron, who played for Newcastle with Paraguay.
Yes.
He was the first player to get sent off by covering his mouth.
Yeah.
As that's a new rule that came about.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Can you repeat the question? Just kidding. It's hard to say. I initially I would say I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
I feel like a red card when introduced was about violent conduct. I don't see that being violent conduct. I think if they don't like that, you can potentially fine him outside of the game. But for it to influence an 11-a-side game, I feel like that's a bit harsh.
I think that if you're covering your mouth to say something, you shouldn't be saying it in the first place.
Correct, although it does feel like it's habit. So yesterday in the England's game, when Jude Bellingham was talking to Jordan Ayew, he was talking like this. And they said, why didn't he get sent off? And it was because it was non-confrontational. So my point is, it's become more of a habit than anything. Yeah. So you may not realize it. I'm not even sure Almiron realized it when he did it, and he probably straight away froze. I just think it's become a habit, and I'm not sure if you should be penalized, and the whole game should be decided based on that. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of it. I don't mind penalizing the player, but not within the game.
Okay. I'm more for it. I think
you think it's fine.
I think if you're covering your mouth, it means you're saying something you shouldn't be saying.
Yeah,
that's my thought. Like if you're saying something racist, then send the person off.
I agree, but how do you know?
As in, the player will react. Like
True.
last year with Vinny Jr. and Benfica.
True.
Like he lost his mind. Like the player will react if it's a racist.
True.
Thing, so.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
A last question. Speaking of red cards, is at this World Cup, there have already been 8 red cards, which is the equivalent of the last 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
And the record is from 2006 when there were 28 red cards, which is crazy when you think of it.
28 red cards in one World Cup. Wow, I did not know that.
So, what do you think about the way referees are taking decisions? Because you've got, let's say, there's 8 red cards so far, 3 of which were in the first game.
Yeah.
And all of them were questionable.
Yeah. So on that first match, I was really worried that it was going to become a bit of a farce in terms of soft fouls being red cards, and that's kind of what happened in that first game. Because to your point, they were all questionable. I think the other 5, minus the Almiron hand one, were probably all acceptable. So I initially thought it was going to go down the wrong way, but I'm okay with it, if that makes any sense. And now that you've told me there was a World Cup with 28 in them, I think 8 right now is not the worst. You know, there'll probably be a few more, but I think it's all right. It's balanced.
Cool. And last question: any new dark horse now that we're getting into the next round?
There's a few shout outs. The US being at home, Mexico being at home and having not lost a match at home for I don't know how long, and maybe Norway, just because I like how they're going about things and they're scoring loads of goals. Are they playing tonight, Norway?
No.
Oh,
tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, tomorrow. Okay, so I'll be curious to see when they play against a decent team how they go about that. But yeah, I would say dark horses would be 2 of the hosts, with USA and Mexico, and maybe Norway.
Okay, cool. Well, that's right on time. 10 minutes or so. Thanks for watching. Give us feedback, leave comments, subscribe, do all that stuff, and we'll try and do it again sooner.
Cheers. Thanks.